All right, what if I told you there's a way to measure the unmeasurable? A clever chemical shortcut that lets us figure out the energy of reactions that are way too slow or too dangerous or just too messy to actually do in a lab. Today, we're going to unlock the secret of Hess's law.
So, let's start with this big question. How do you measure the immeasurable? You know, in science, measurement is everything. But what happens when the very thing you need to measure is just impossible to get to? This isn't just some philosophical thought experiment. It's a real problem chemists face all the time.
I mean, think about it. Some reactions take like millions of years to complete. Others are so explosive you couldn't possibly measure them safely. And a lot of them create this messy soup of side products that makes it impossible to isolate the one energy change you're actually looking for. So, how do we outsmart these impossible reactions?
Okay, let's take a look at the ultimate impossible reaction. We're talking about one that turns a common, everyday material into one of the most precious substances on the entire planet.
You know the graphite in your pencil and a big, flawless diamond? Chemically, they are the exact same thing, pure carbon. So theoretically, you can turn one into the other. The only catch? You'd need an insane amount of pressure, and you'd have to wait for, just a few million years. It's a reaction that's physically impossible to sit and watch in a lab. So, here we are. We've got a reaction with a real, actual energy change, but absolutely no way to measure it directly. Does that mean it's a dead end? Nope, not if we can find a clever workaround.
And this is where the magic happens. Instead of trying to measure the impossible head-on, we're going to find the answer by taking a series of easier, totally measurable steps. This is the whole idea behind the chemical shortcut.
And our shortcut has a name, Hess's law. Now, the official definition says the total enthalpy change for a reaction is the same no matter how many steps the reaction is carried out in. And by the way, enthalpy is just a fancy word for the total heat or energy change of a reaction. That's all it is.
So what does that actually mean in plain English? It's this simple. The path you take doesn't matter. The only thing that counts is where you start and where you finish.
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You could take the short, super steep path straight to the top. Or you could take the long, winding, scenic route. Either way, the total change in your elevation from the base of the mountain to the summit is exactly the same. Hess's law is literally that simple. The energy change between two chemical states is constant, no matter how you get there. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually use this shortcut? Well, it all comes down to two really simple rules for manipulating chemical reactions. Think of them as the rules of the game. All right, rule number one. If you reverse a reaction, you just flip the sign of its energy change, which we call delta H. So, if turning chemical A into chemical B releases 100 kilojoules of energy, then turning B back into A is going to require 100 kilojoules. It's a perfect energy balance. Makes sense, right?
And rule number two is just as simple. If you double the ingredients, you double the energy change. If making one cake releases a certain amount of heat, well, making two cakes is going to release twice as much. With just these two rules in our toolbox, we are ready to tackle that impossible graphite to diamond problem.
Okay, game time. Let's put these rules into action and solve the graphite to diamond puzzle once and for all. Our strategy is a straightforward four-step plan. First, we'll define our target. Then, we'll find some known, measurable reactions to use as our building blocks. After that, we'll arrange those building blocks using our two rules, and finally, we just add it all up to get our answer.
Step 1. Identify the target. Our mission is to find the energy change, that delta H, for converting 1 mole of graphite into 1 mole of diamond. This is our finish line. Next up, step 2. We need our building blocks. Now, while we can't measure the graphite to diamond reaction, you know what we can easily measure? What happens when we burn both of them. These combustion reactions are the key pieces to our puzzle, and their energy changes are already known.
Now we arrange the pieces. Our target has graphite on the left as a reactant. Our first building block reaction already has that, so we can just leave it as is. Perfect. But our target needs diamond on the right as a product. And our second building block, it's on the left. So what do? We use rule number 1 and we flip that entire reaction.
And remember our first rule. When we flip the reaction, we have to flip the sign of the energy change. So the delta H for this reversed reaction goes from negative 395.4 to positive 395.4 kilojoules.
Now all our pieces are in the right place.
Now for the final step, step 4, adding it all up. When we combine our two modified reactions, you can see we have oxygen and carbon dioxide on both sides of the equation. And just like in algebra, we can cancel out terms that appear on both sides. The oxygen cancels, the carbon dioxide cancels, and what we're left with is exactly what we were looking for.
We're left with our original target, graphite turning into diamond. So, to find its energy change, we just add the delta H values from our building blocks together. Negative 393.5 plus positive 395.4 gives us the final answer, positive 1.9 kilojoules. And just like that, we've measured the immeasurable.
So, we solved a cool chemistry puzzle. But Hess's law is so much more than just a clever trick. Its real-world impact is enormous.
Hess's law is basically a predictive powerhouse. It allows chemists to calculate the energy changes for reactions they may never actually perform. This is absolutely essential for designing new, energy-efficient industrial processes, for determining the energy content of fuels, and even for predicting the stability of brand new materials. It's truly a cornerstone of modern chemistry.
You know, when you get right down to it, Hess's law is about more than just chemistry. It's a powerful reminder that the most obvious path isn't always the only one. It proves that with a little creativity, we can find indirect routes to solve even the most impossible-seeming problems. So the question is, where else can a clever shortcut change everything?